Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the sixth episode of Careers Over Coffee with me, Ayushi, and my co host, Samriddhi Pandey. So, this show has all my heart. I feel wonderful talking to new faces in each and every episode. There is just so much to learn and explore, and along with so much fun. So, we connect with our alumni and find out what's going on in their life and their careers so that our students can learn from their experience and from their journey. So, the name of our show, Careers Over Coffee, itself says it all. So, without any further delay, I would like to invite our guest for today, Dr. Anjali Jasawat from Batch 2006. Welcome to our show, Anjali. We are very, very so glad to have you with us.
Thank you very much. और सभी को मेरा नमस्ते and a very warm good afternoon to everyone whosoever is there to tolerate me today in this show.
So let me tell you all that Dr. Anjali is an obstetrician and gynecologist with 7 years, more than 7 years of experience, and she's a bright alumna of our school, St. Edmund's, Malvianagar. We feel so proud to see our students reaching to such heights and becoming so successful. It's great to see you, Dr. Anjali.
Thank you. Me too. I'm
So,
very much happy today to be here in this show and meeting our colleagues and our teachers on this show. So this moment I cannot express in my words. No words to say anything.
yeah, so you're connecting with the school after 16 long years. So, how do you feel after, connecting after so long?
I tell you, no words to explain my happiness. No words.
Okay. So, my co-host Samriddhi, she's a science bio student, and therefore she was very, very excited to meet you and talk to you. So, let's begin today's chat show with first question from Samriddhi Pandey.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Why did you
Good
choose to
afternoon.
become a doctor, especially this field of specialty?
Okay. Simple question, no? But I think I should give a brief review for that, just to outline how you have to become a doctor. I think that will make some sense. So, see, you opt for bio, right, in 11th standard. Okay. You study for 2 years and then you have to prepare for the entrance examination. Okay. Now, in our times, it was All India PMT and RPMT separately. But in now your times, I think it is NEET. Okay. So you have
Yeah.
to clear that exam to enter into the MBBS. Then there is a 4.5 years of journey in the MBBS, and then 1 year of the compulsory internship is there. Okay, if you are lucky enough, you will clear that exam. Then again, you have to prepare for the specialty part, like going for the MD and MS. Again, it's an entrance exam. So lakhs of the students they sit for the MBBS part. Now everything gets filtered. So now the thousands of students are there, or I should say doctors are there who are going to appear for the specialty exam. I think that is called NEET PG. If you are lucky enough, again you will clear that exam, and according to your choice or according to your rank, you are going to opt for the specialty whatever you want to opt for. Again, 3 years of post graduation, you have to clear that exam again also. After that, if you want to go further for super specialization, okay, then again you have to prepare for an entrance exam. It is DNM, DM, and MCH. For the medicinal people, it is DM, and for surgical people, it is MCH. That is also for 3 years. And after clearing that exam, also, if you want to do something more, you go for the fellowship. So I think it's a long span of minimum of 10 years. Okay, so I don't think anyone will think of, oh, I have to study for 10 years. Should I become a doctor? So you won't think. See, we only see that MBBS part only. Most of us don't know how the journey will be, how long it will take. Correct? No. So actually, as if I say, it was not my dream. I just wanted to be a scientist basically. But it was my parents' dream who induced their dream into mine. And after entering into the MBBS, subsequently, as the years passed on, it became my dream as well. Because medical world is really a different world, totally different. Like a military life is totally different. No? So medical life is also, it's very different. So as the years passed on, I got more and more interested into this field. So just I continued. Then I thought, okay, what should I do now? I was in my final year of MBBS. That time we have, major subjects like obstetrics and gynae, medicine, and then surgery, pediatrics, orthopedics, psychiatry. So these subjects, they were there. So when I was in the, my posting was in the surgery department. I used to assist my seniors, ma'ams, professors, assistant professors, and whenever I used to see them, I just realized, no, I think surgery is more interesting subject, better than medicine. And I'll tell you a story. One day I was in my obstetrics and gynec department posting. Okay. So it was like rotatory postings we used to have every time for the clinical, like practicals you say, no? So like a sort of practical only you can say for two months or 2.5 months we used to have department postings. So I was there. So one patient was a bit complicated. She was going to get delivered. So my madam was there. She was a very nice lady. So she was after so much of effort, the baby got delivered, and I was standing there in front of the in that room only labor room, and she just gave that baby to the child mother. The first glance when I saw the sparkle in her eyes, no, it was really mesmerizing. It was so much tantalizing that it touched my heart. So I thought, no, I should be obstetrics and gynecologist only. I'll hope that once if I'll be good enough, if I'll get a good rank. So branches are also according to rank wise, no. So if I'll get a good rank, I'll definitely take obstetrics and gynecology. So that's how, when after completing MBBS, I went in internship. So it got a chance, lot more chance to do these things. So that's nice. So that's how I went into, means dream of someone got into me, and then I got on this field only.
Okay. Okay, so you were lucky enough to clear so many exams and finally achieve
I
your
don't know.
dream.
I think it was the blessings of my teachers and my parents, actually. I should say, rather than my own efforts. It was their trust and their beliefs that I went through and I got it.
Okay.
Samriddhi might be having lots of queries. No, madam, this is not like that. We have to work hard. It's not, you are just cracking jokes.
The
Yeah,
next question is about that only.
Go ahead.
yeah,
So
but we will
medical
start
field,
taking questions one by one so that we have them in order.
Correct.
Yeah. So, Dr. Anjali, we would love to have a flashback of your journey from being a school student to becoming a renowned doctor. The ups and downs, the struggles, the fun, everything. Short summary of your journey.
Yeah, short summary. First of all, thank you for calling me a renowned one, because there are so many surgeons in India as well as in the whole world. So thanks for that, first of all. Second thing, it's not only this medical journey. Life is every time full of, it's always filled with ups and downs, and then some fun memories, some bad memories. Everything is like that. So most majority of times I had always have good memories only. But I was into the struggle, and I'll. It's like a story only. I'll tell you. Okay, I was in. I went to the Saint Edmunds when I moved back into Jaipur with my father. So that time, okay, it was everything was new to me. But the teachers I met there, no, like Mathur ma'am, she was motherly. Literally, she was motherly. And mathematics was my favorite teacher. There was Harsh ma'am also. So I feel sorry for her, but she also, I was her favorite kid. So I used to run to the school taking the bus. Never was able to get up on time. And then she was the one who used to come, beta, I'll tie up your tie. Come before the prayer starts. So they made me feel comfortable. And actually, they were the only one who realized my potential. That what should I be? Okay. And when I was into the ninth standard, the Tripathi sir was there. He was my favorite teacher. He was the one, I should say, who stood with me in at each and every step. How? First of all, he was the one who realized my potential, that I can do it. Apart from my parents, definitely, each and every parents will play a good role. Okay, things were going. My maths was good, and suddenly when I opt for biology, as I told you, okay, it was my parents' dream. Everyone was like, "Huh, what you did? Why did you opt for a bio?" So I was like, why did I opt for bio? So 11th standard was okay. In 12th, I got a bit, depressed, because it was not my dream branch, I should say. So it was not easy for me to go with the subject. Like now, Samriddhi can correlate with me. So it was like the things were going. It was very difficult for me to cope up with the subject which I never liked. Okay, always I used to stand outside the mathematics batch and I used to stare at the teachers what he or she is teaching. It was like that. But unfortunately, what happened after clearing 12th exam, I met with an accident. So immediately after that, I met with the accident, and another fortunate thing was there. I got selected with the 12th standard in the MBBS. That was in Rajasthan PMT. But since I have met with the accident, my ligaments were torn out. So I was admitted in the hospital and I was not able to attend the counseling second round. First round I attended somehow. I got Mahatma Gandhi. But second round I didn't get. In my time, it was the only 5 colleges plus Mahatma Gandhi was there. So my father was like, no, you should focus first on your health and then you just do. Okay, then I said, okay, I'll not take any college this year and I'll prepare. Then what happened? I prepared and my health was not better. Means थोड़ा सा खड़े होने में problem होता था. Ligaments, I'll tell you what the ligament is first of all. Ligaments is a connective tissue that connects one bone to another bone. Okay. I know I can see smile on Samriddhi's face.
Yeah, we're
Ma'am,
having
tell me
some
what was
biology,
that?
short biology lesson.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's a connective tissue, some sort of tissue. Tissue you can understand, no? Tissue. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a
Group of
connective
cells.
tissue which connects one bone to another. So knee joint, it's made up of so many bones all together, and all together it has to be cemented by something. So that is the ligament. But the ligaments were torn out like that. So now again my exam was near. So for entrance exam, in my time it was AIPMT pre and mains. So what was the thing? I got a sentiments only as for the pre-exam writing. So school, no, it really helped a lot. They provide me a separate gate to enter, and that invigilator was Tripathi sir. He saw me. I was coming with the stick in my hand, like coming with the stick. He was like, "What happened to you, beta?" Sir, I'm hit with the accident and this and that happened. I'm not at all confident that I'll crack it because I didn't join any coaching, no. Whole year went into the hospital. So I was like, he was the one who said, I trust on you. You will do it. So I was like, sir, how can I do it? See my condition, sir. No, no, beta, I know. You will definitely do it. And seriously, by his belief only, I cracked that. And same again after that, for the 2 months after there was a mains entrance. That time the doctors told me to undergo MRI because it's a whole 1 year and you are not with the plaster also. You know that fracture like they used to put a plaster. With the plaster also, if you are not healing well, just go for the one MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, right? To go for that we used to, there's a method that we used to see the inside soft tissue part. Like bone is a hard part and the muscles and the connective tissue are the soft part that we used to
So,
see with the MRI. So he told me there's a bad news for you. And after 2 days, I was having the mains exam. He told me there's a bad news for you. You need to get operated. I immediately stood up from in front of his desk and said, no. Later on, we'll discuss these things. Let me go home back. So I went my home back. My mother was like, how did you react in front of the doctor? This is not a way you should react. I was like, Mom, please, I don't want any stress. Let me give my exam. Already I haven't taken any coaching like that. And please. So she was like, okay, don't worry. So it was the hardest and the toughest part in my life. Okay. In my times, it was like mains was in the 2 halves, the before interval and after interval. Again, I used to walk with the stick. Rest of the time, I used to be on my bed. So I went with the stick slowly. I wrote first part. Now sitting for the long time, my legs started paining. My joints started paining. I came out. I took some juice and then I took the painkiller and the medicines which was prescribed. And then I wrote again. You won't believe, next day I got admitted to the hospital and after 3 days I got operated. And I was
okay.
taking rest. Yeah, before becoming a doctor, I was a patient. So
Maybe that was another motivation for you to become a doctor.
again, I contacted with sir, and one more Hanif sir was there. I was like, sir, what to do? He was my biology teacher. Actually, before accident, I joined him, but accident happened and I wasn't able to continue with him. He was like, "Don't worry, beta, you will do it. I know you will do it," like that. So, and when it happens, and when I saw my rank, I was very happy. I got selected, and that was the first time I think I cried. I'm the person who cries least. So that was the thing, only that much ups and downs. And that moment I realized it was not only my hard work, or I think my wishes. It was my parents as well as my teachers. So teachers are not only they'll stay with you till you are in the school, they'll stay with you forever. Forever
Yeah,
means
teachers
forever.
have a very major role to play in your
Sure.
journey, in your success.
Yeah. And this our school, it was about Edmonds. I should say one peculiar thing. Like in other with other friends, I have discussed. Means we have seen their kids are there, and we used to talk to each other. Like in other schools, it's only the curriculum they used to give study, study, study. In our school, there's a one thing that I like: curriculum plus extra curriculum plus moral science. Okay, plus character building. Right. So I think that makes any school perfect if all these qualities are there, and that is the Edmonds, all about. So I
Yeah, so
think the
these
second
qualities
half,
make our school Edmonds a unique one.
sure, it is a nice one because I got so many, lovely teachers, or I should say motherly or pattern fatherly figures I got there. So it's very nice to have.
Amriti?
We all know that medical field requires quite a lot of potential, dedication, sincerity, and hard work. So, and the journey looks so difficult to us as an 11th grade student. So, what was your struggles, and is this struggle worth it? How does it feel to become a doctor?
So she has already told us about the struggles. So now you can
Yeah,
tell us, was it really
Was
worth it,
it
and
worth
how do
it?
you actually feel now?
actually, it was all worth it. I think you already know it's worth it. And what the 4 points you told me? Potential, right? You asked me the
Potential,
question, no?
dedication, sincerity, and hard
Dedication.
work.
I think we should add two
Since
more things with this: the blessings and the trust. Okay.
from
So,
the parents and
potential is the
teachers.
one thing, of course. Potential is the one thing that is, identified by the teachers and our parents, first of all. Hard work is definitely there. See, some people are born with talent, correct? But never underestimate yourself. Hard work always beats the talent. Okay, if you're not talented, don't think, oh, I'm not getting good grades, I might be not intelligent. Don't think like that. If you'll work hard, definitely you'll get it. Okay, sincerity, definitely sincerity is must, but consistency with sincerity is best. Since you are in 11th standard, so what is important to you is understanding the subject. Okay, not just mugging up, or what should there's a one word nowadays going on, no, rectification. You should not go with that.
Gratification.
Yeah. You should not go with that. You should understand the subject. Once you are able to understand the subject, no, then you can play with the subject. Okay, don't get fear, don't get scared, oh, I cannot do this. Definitely you can do that. You don't have to keep on mugging up the things. This how you what you have to do. Consistency, as I say, sincerity. Okay, just study for 4 5 hours a day, or you can study for 3 4 hours is enough, but it should be properly. Go into a separate room, keep your mobile aside, it should not come into your way. Okay, sit 3 to 4 minimum, but daily you have to do that. Just take your books in front of you and see, every each and every one is born with different abilities and skill. Okay, some can grasp that one thing into, suppose there's a one chapter. Okay, one student can just memorize it or understand it in 1 hour. Okay, another one will take 3 hours, another one take will 4 hours, another one take will 2 hours. So just an average, I should say it is maybe 2.5 hours or 2 hours everyone should take. It's all how much time you take, it depends on you. But the what is the most important thing, you have to finish the topic. Finishing topic is important. It's not like that, oh, I have sit for 3 hours, everything is okay. No, it's not like that.
Hmm.
You have to decide what you have to do, particular one. If you have to do one chapter one day, go through that, don't break it. Okay, and along with the studies, definitely you need to play, you need to take parts in debates, you need to hang around, you need to spend time with friends. Definitely everything is important in your life, but decide what you have to do first. Basically prioritize the things. And now I think smart work is more needed rather than just doing hard work. Isn't it?
So one from this, session, one first lesson that we can give to our students is consistency is the key.
Of course,
So
consistency,
to all the
belief,
students watching
trust.
us, yeah, consistency is the key.
course,
Also,
consistency is the key understanding.
I have heard that many times 11th standard is very easy and you just go and it's all fun. But when I myself experienced 11th standard, the beginning of 11th standard, I was shocked and I was traumatized. Like the books, the syllabus, it's too much compared to 10th standard. And I give 5 hours to particular subjects and still I'm not satisfied because I'm not able to complete anything. Because from the 10th standard I've not been in the habit of studying too much, and now it's like we have to study all day, managing at school, managing tuitions, and then the self study. So how do we work off it? I'm not able to understand, and I know there are many students who are out there who are still confused about the topic, so please tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. First of all, satisfaction is a subjective thing, right? Isn't it? Satisfaction is a subjective thing.
Very, very subjective.
Of course. So, at how much you are satisfied, it depends on you. Okay. Definitely, 11th standard is not easy. In our times, we used to say 9th and 11th is toughest, 10th and 12th is a bit easy. Because why it is easy? It's not because of the syllabus. It's because suddenly you have been put into, or you should say, you have been thrown into the well. It's like a situation like that, lots of syllabus and lots of thick books like this, no. If I'll get a time, I'll show you my book. Currently I'm studying, recent till now also I study. So about satisfaction, you just leave that thing aside. You will never be satisfied if you are opting for the medical line. What is a major thing? You should check for the subject. What is the syllabus being given to you? How much you have to cover in the 11th standard? How much you have to take in the 12th standard? Because with 12th you are having boards also, no? And in the admins you are lucky. Teachers are very supportive for that. If you'll go and ask them, how should I do? What should I do? And how much time I should spend on which topic? They'll tell you. They'll tell you in a very friendly way. Okay, so
Sure.
first of all, you yourself has to what you say, make an outline of your syllabus, what you should study. Okay, and what are the most important topics that you have to prioritize first. What I told you initially, prioritization is important. The syllabus is so much into depth is so much into depth. If you keep on studying also, you instead of 1 year you can take 3-4 years to complete that syllabus only. But what you should do, stick to the NCERT part. Whatever teachers are teaching you in the class, focus on that. That is most important, because they have already done their Dr. Sorry, Ayushi madam knows very well that they have done their graduation, or some have done their post graduation in that particular field. So they will give you the crux of that thing. So never miss any class of your teachers. Okay, if you have joined any coaching institute, it's okay, nice, but never miss your school classes. They are very important. If you'll focus on the school part, keep on revising your notes, that will, I think, cover your 70% part. For the 30% part, you have to go for the extra books and practice. Definitely practice. That is most important. Revision and practice, they are very, very, very important. So you have to brief your syllabus by yourself. Suppose 10 chapters are there, your teachers say, I think you should go with the 5 chapters first and then you cover the rest of the 5 later on. So go in that way as your teachers are guiding you, because they are not any lame person. They are best in their own fields. Okay, instead of talking to others and listening to the other students of the other schools, just ask your queries or the things to your teachers. They will give you a proper, because they have crossed that line. See, before 12th and after 12th, there's a very thin line. Okay, and today's scenario is, whatever the reason is there, if you'll not get selected, okay, whatever was your percentage in 12th, maybe your 99% or 100% you have scored, whatever was your 12th grade, okay, but if you have not cracked any entrance exam, like for us it is NEET, no, then no one will ask you anything. You are just totally lost in the limelight. From the limelight, you are lost from the society. Okay, but
Still there.
if you are 70% you have scored from in your 12th standard, but you have understood the subject very well. Okay, and if you have correct the exam, you have crossed that thin line that I'm saying, you have crossed that, you will be in the limelight in the eyes of the entire society. The people you don't know, they'll also come, oh Samriddhi, you have got selected, congratulations. You will be like, who is
Knowledge
she, mom?
matters.
Who is she, mom? So once you are in the MBBS, no one is going to ask you about the percentage what you got. Only just clear the exam and get the basic how much we need, 65 or 60% at least you need for the appearance of the exam. That is important. So don't focus on the grades first. Definitely you have to focus. It's not like don't sorry madam, don't make me like that in this. I'm telling you don't focus on grades. Definitely if you are able to, but if you are not getting the grades, just don't underestimate yourself. Don't feel depressed. Just understand the subject, make it a proper way, outline it, systemize the things, and then you'll crack it. In a whole day, if you have allotted 3-4 hours for the studies, you have to study for 3-4 hours. Means you have to. Don't skip that. It should not be like the one thing is there, no. Don't do the postponing thing. अरे यार कल करेंगे आज तो शादी थी अरे यार कल तो सिर्फ पार्टी थी कल करेंगे
So avoid procrastination.
of course, avoid procrastination. Better is to you just finish your work. No, 4 hours study, you finish it off, and the evening you can go and enjoy. Who's going to stop you? No one is going to stop you.
Okay. So thank you for such valuable advices. So next, I would like to ask you: while on one hand, people across our country and around the globe, they are all confined to their homes with an attempt to contain the virus. On the other hand, doctors and healthcare workers, they are leading a battle against COVID-19 from the front. So, just tell us about some of the challenges that you faced during this pandemic.
First of all, we have not done anything special. It's our duty. We are doctors. Obviously, we have to go and work for that things. It was new for us. Definitely, this COVID virus, or I should say coronavirus, it is everything
Yeah,
is
it
new.
was
It
very
was
new.
new for us in the last year, but whatever was the condition, we didn't know about the virus. We didn't know how to treat it, but we have to go, and we are the one who has to go. Okay, if there is a war on the borders, soldiers have to go, no? So
Yeah,
it's our
right.
duty. We have to go. We haven't done anything special. Only simple, issues with that. Like we are also human beings, no? So it was like that. The workload was increased, and we were also very, devastated after seeing so many death rates in front of our eyes. It was really not good. Not at all a good feeling for us also. And that PP kit, no, you people see that we used to wear. My goodness, it's so hot that I can't see anything. And that always putting up mask and this for 6 to 8 hours. If I've worn that PPE kit, we are not allowed to even drink a glass of water also in that duration. So these small things were very difficult for us. And we can't. We also have families, since we were doing the COVID duties, we cannot go and meet them. So whatever was, if some of them was ill, or so we cannot go and meet them, right? Me and my husband, we isolated ourselves into a separate home. We took a separate home, isolated ourselves, and worked. Only that much issue. Otherwise, we never thought of anything. Like our job is to work. That means we were working. Whatever the society is thinking or doing, whatever was going on the social media, we didn't have to give damn nothing to that those materials. We were working. We have to work. That was the thing. Only one time I got a bit scared, no, when my husband got what to say, he was found COVID positive. So that time it was very tricky situation how to do those things. One side the patient's calls and the hospital calls were coming, and my husband was there. What to do? That time it was like, oh, no. My husband was like, you just go. I'll take care of yourself. So I said, okay, I'll meet you in the evening. I'll go. So I left him all alone on his own, and then I went to the hospital. That small things are there. Otherwise, not an issue with this.
Okay, so what are the skills and qualities that you think we should start building up from the school level to become a good doctor?
Some I have told already. I think in the second and third question I have
Yeah.
already told you. See, I told you earlier also. You are very lucky that you got into the admins, right? So before becoming a good doctor, you should be a good person also, no? Good human being you should be. So, and you should focus more on that, because a good person can only be a good doctor. Otherwise, you know what is happening outside in the society nowadays. Okay, for that, not only the books are important, for you have to build up your character also. You have to, strengthen your morals also. Then only you can work better. Some tips like saying is there, no, sound mind lies in a sound body, like that. If your body is healthy, then it's very easy to memorize anything or learn anything. Just example, if you're having any exam, suppose Samriddhi, if you're having any exam and you are studying whole night, in the next day, how you feel?
Very
Because
tired.
you woke up very tired,
Won't have the
cloudiness was
potential
there.
to write the exam even.
Sometimes you're not able to read this question. You have read that question and you think, what is been written? Have I, seen this question before? And after taking a nap or 1 hour, half an hour, you just say, oh my God, I left that. I was knowing that. So that means you have to take care of your body as well. Okay, so proper diet is very important. Proper diet, it's not like a something what is going outside. Proper diet means you have to go with more nuts, go with more fruits, go with more salads, rather than going for burgers and pizzas, isn't it?
Healthy
And
food.
coffees, yeah. And the cold coffees you like, filled with students are.
Very
It's my
important
advice.
advice for the students.
I never like that. I never liked those things. So I was very much determined. I always liked that, what should I say? The salad part. In our schools, there used to be a, what should I say? Salad making competition. So my job was used to go in each table, taste each and every salad and tell madam, ma'am, this is good. You should try this. So she was like, Anjali, go to your classes. So that was the funny part. Means it's a thing. I must say the proper diet, yoga and meditation. Yoga is not what you should say stretching every time, by how like someone yoga teaches you should stretch. No, it's not like that. How much you are comfortable, you should do this. That means some stretchings or some sort of exercise every 30 minutes, not every 30 minutes. I should minimum 30 minutes you should do. Minimum for 3 days a week you should do whatever your weight is. If you are obese, don't think you should not be like, oh, I'm obese, I have to work throughout the week. No, just like 3 days are enough. If you are, underweight, you should not, I'm underweight, I should not exercise. I don't need exercises. It's not about your fat. It's you have to increase your stamina. You have to increase your concentration power. It's all about that. So exercises, meditations, proper diet, proper sleep is very important. Get up early in the morning and sleep properly in the night, because nowadays what I am seeing, being an obstetric and gynecology, there are so many hormone problems which girls are facing nowadays, which should not be there. In the earlier times that was not the thing, but nowadays I'm seeing so many young girls having these types of problems. So once I say just go to sleep on proper time, the things were improving and they have improved a lot. So I think Samriddhi, you should sleep on time, at least 11 o'clock. Don't keep on waking up after 12 o'clock. 12 बजे के बाद नहीं जगना है. You should not do that, right? Or you can wake
So
up early in
these
the
late
morning,
night
5 o'clock.
activities do affect our hormones.
Yes, it affects 100%, it affects. And if some students, what they say, no, madam, it is not like that. We are studying in the night, our concentration is more in the night. We are able to peacefully study in the night. It's not like that. It's the only thing is the sounds and the distractions, they are gone by, and you are only left with the books. And when you are studying, keep your mobile in a separate room. Okay, there
Yeah,
is
that is very
nothing
important.
like
Mobile
call.
is the biggest distraction these days.
Distraction.
See, internet is a double-edged sword, no? Isn't it? It's a double-edged sword. It can make you, it can break you.
Yeah,
Whatever
right.
you want.
Absolutely.
It's your choice. Okay. And there's nothing
Like
like a
these
group
days, we
study
have been
on
studying
mobile.
from
Huh?
mobile, from YouTube. We are studying from YouTube these days because we are not able to go to school, and online education is not very effective in those online classes. So we rather watch YouTube for the study material.
Hmm.
So I don't
Like
think
you
that
can
should
go
be
with.
the, yeah, I
Huh?
don't think you should be focusing on YouTube videos, because then they will keep showing you the ads and different things that you will again get distracted. YouTube is another distraction.
See, what's important is just take the teacher's advice first, particularly if
Yeah,
you're confused in
that's
any
most
subject,
important.
respect it. And books always your good friends. See, I am, at this age, and after completing my whole, entire studies I have done, and I haven't got specs. That's a major thing everyone say. Oh, you have not got specs. Yeah, because mobile they give you this electromagnetic radiations, and so much radiations is there. Okay, you can take use of your mobile for your study purpose. I know that some coaching classes they are teaching on the online platform. That's a very great initiative taken by them, like an Unacademy, and I think one more is there, Prep Ladder. Prep Ladder is there, and two, three or more are there. Okay.
Meditation.
So they are teaching you. You can take the class, no? I'm not against the classes. It's nice. You are getting everything by sitting at home, and the people who cannot, the transportation issues are there with some students. They can avail those facilities quite nicely. I'm just talking about those don't study on the phone. If 4 5 students they sit on the chat WhatsApp, tick 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 tick. What is this answer? Tick 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 tick. Oh, you got the answer right. Tick tick tick. No, why you want to do that? Just keep it separately. Study first of all. Finish your study first. Then you can use a mobile. Otherwise, the parents keep on saying, पढ़ लो 24 घंटे मोबाइल में घुसे रहते हो. Isn't it like that?
Okay. So, being a doctor is not easy. You need to be very active and alert all the times, and many times you have to put your family and everything aside just to save the life of others. So it's actually a very selfless job being a doctor. So what's your way of handling emergencies and workload at workplace?
When I was doing my post graduation, that time definitely the workload was there. We used to work continuously for 36 hours to 48 hours. Continuously means continuously. Only going to the washroom also in the hospital only. That continuously means continuously skipped. I have skipped so many meals, so many breakfasts, so much of lunch I have skipped in my time. And I think everyone they do. You will also skip when you will be in the post graduation level, okay, because we don't get time. That time definitely the workload was there, and it is still there. Okay, it is still there, because if you see the census for 10,000 patients or people, I should say, there is only 9 doctors in India. Can you imagine the ratio? But it is far less in the developed countries, like one doctor for 100 per people, or one for 50, like that is there outside. But what about the India? For 10,000 people with just 9 doctors, can you imagine that? No. The
Uh,
workload is definitely there in
that's the
government sector.
drawback of having a big population.
I think that's a drawback of having less education
Doctors,
systems, right?
yeah.
Less lit.
No one wants very less people they want to opt for bio. How many students? What's your strength, Samriddhi?
Ma'am, only 17. Only
Only
17.
17. What's the strength of mathematics?
About 31,
What is the strength of commerce batch?
40 above.
See,
Yeah, so
17. Can you
obviously,
imagine?
everybody knows the struggle, in science, bio, and in medical line. So not everyone can
They
opt
don't
for
want to
that.
opt for.
Yeah. So
But
Anjali, we have so many viewers watching us, and we have good wishes from many teachers. Like
thank
we
you,
have
ma'am.
message
Thank
from
you, sir.
Dipen sir, Ashutosh Tripathi sir, Veena Huja ma'am, Dipen sir again, and our new principal, Mrs. Monica Bhatia. She also has given you some good wishes.
Thank you,
And then
ma'am.
there is
Thank you, sir.
Nishi ma'am. And one question we have from Dipen sir. Can you see the comment section, or should I read it for you?
Wait. Yeah, it's great to see you. Me too from my side also. Depends, sir.
So the question is in the last. Dipen sir's question.
Can you read it out? I think
Yeah, I'll
I
read it
thought
for
so.
you. So we have a question from Dipen sir. In my opinion, schooling is very important for any student, but nowadays a lot of students opt for dummy schools and don't attend regular schools at all. Coaching should be a supplement, but not the only thing in life. Would you advise children to completely leave school and opt for dummy schools? Would you ever advise that?
No, not at all. And it's a very nice thing that has been put by Depends, sir. Actually,
I think we have lost her. Again, maybe some technical problem. I hope our viewers are enjoying the show. We have so many good advices
I
from Dr. Anjali. Okay, yeah, we have her back
am I
now.
visible now? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a very nice thing that has been put by Depends, sir. put forward. I think I'll never give such an advice to any of the students. School is must, and never opt for dummy classes. And definitely coaching are only supplements. Okay, because nowadays in coachings, the strength is very much, no, exceeding 100 also. So it's not very easy for any teacher to focus. It's not like any the teachers are not working. They are working hard, but it's not very easy to focus on each and every student of the strength of 100. But in the small, like in 17 we have, it's very easy. Teachers know you by your names, and they also know you what you're doing, how you're doing. They can follow you up, and you can also ask queries at any time. Okay, so school is must. Never opt for dummy classes. Always go for the regular schools, and coachings are just for supplementing and nothing
Yeah,
else.
exactly. So, our students are making us proud no matter wherever they go, whatever they do. And one such student from our school is Vidhi from 2018 batch. So the world is worried about humans and working for them, but we live in an ecosystem where each and every organism is very important. So Vidhi is a part of this NGO Health in Suffering, where they take care of the stray dogs and animals. And since it's a very noble cause, we wanted our viewers to know about this NGO so that every person watching it can do their bit for the animals. So let me just play a video and
Hello everyone, I am Vidhi from batch 2018 with my friend Sakshi. We are here to share our journey to help animals, which was started about 1.5 years ago. We initially started feeding about 40 to 50 dogs near airports since the lockdown begins, and now this journey has extended about 150 dogs. Now we feed in the Rajasthan University campus also. We feed only veg food because help or feed one soul, we cannot take another's life, right? We not only feed dogs but also cats, cows, monkeys, and even pigs if we have money left with. Our purpose is to feed and taking care of these speechless so they don't sleep on empty stomach. By feeding one voiceless soul, the happiness you feel is priceless. And trust me on that. Apart from feeding, we have treated and rescued some animals. You can also contact the number given on the screen if you see any injured dog. And please follow us our page on Instagram, thewaggingtails.com. We can do it further with your support. And if you want to adopt a dog, DM us on Instagram or you can mail us on our ID.
एक दिन मोहब्बत ओढ़ कर एक दिन गली के मोड़ पर तेरी हथेली पर लिखूं मेरा नाम तेरे नाम पर फिर तू तकल्लुफ छोड़ कर फिर तू झुका करके नजर रखना मेरे कांधे पे सर जिंदगी.
okay. So this was about the NGO. I am sure people watching can do their bit for helping these poor animals. And with so much of negativity around these days, it's good to see people doing such positive things for the animals who are who can't speak. So
Yeah,
okay,
it's a great initiative taken by her. It's very, very wonderful.
yeah,
Nice
people
job
are
she's doing.
donating, feeding, and helping the animals, and it's great to see these small positive things. Okay, Samriddhi.
So, ma'am, what is the one piece of advice that you would like to give to the students who are yet to build their careers?
One special piece of advice.
Actually, I have already told you everything, right? That 4 points you
Yeah, so I
told me and
think
2 points are added. I think I have told you everything. And Vidhi has also given a very good message that we are not only the living organisms who's living
living
in this planet.
organism.
So they also have equal rights along with us humans. So that we should
Yeah, so
learn, the
that's why we
plants and
wanted
trees.
to tell people about this.
Yeah. So in one line, I should say for the career building people, see, hard work you can do. Everyone is doing hard work. Everyone is intelligent, right? Only you and your elders needs to, take it out, or I should say, identify that potential or a skill in yourself, whatever is it there. So whatever branch you are comfortable with, whatever you want, opt for that first. You should think, ask yourself what you want to do in your life, what you want to become. Once you have decided, that should be your ultimate goal. Okay, so definitely consistency is important. Whatever you do, definitely 3-4 hours at minimum you have to study. No need to study for 10 to 12 hours for entering into any exam of graduation types. Okay, for the graduation you don't have to study for 13 hours. 4-5 hours daily studying is enough. Along with that, you play games and whatever I mentioned earlier, right? Once you get into the MBBS, what the thing is, you'll get acclimatized and accustomed to for the studying for the long hours. For pre-PG entrance, definitely you need to study for 10 to 12 hours minimum. I am saying minimum 10 to 12 hours you have to study. I myself studied for 13 to 14 hours when I was preparing for PG. Okay, so you should, for that you have to study. And see, Samriddhi, as the years goes on, now whatever you are having is nothing. So slowly you will get accustomed to it. MBBS में और भी ज़्यादा workload, year by year it will increase. Okay, so don't worry, you'll get it. But if you have anything, just give yourself entirely to that situation. कुछ गोल किया है तो अपने आप को खुद दे दो. बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में समर्पण. Okay, if you sacrifice yourself for that particular goal, you will definitely get that thing. Okay, and one request is there, Ayushi madam, I want to tell to each and every person who is there. See, doctors are not gods. Okay, we are also human beings. We are also having our own families. We are also having our own health issues, and we are also having our whatever you want to say. We can also feel hungry. We can also, you know, we have our own
Tired.
satiety, whatever you say. Not time. We are not asking for the time also, but we are just telling whatever you do. See that whatever the fights I am seeing outside, whatever is happening
Yeah,
in the society. Okay, that's a very bad thing that is happening. There are setups are there. Two kinds of setups are there in the society. One is the government setup. One is the corporate setup. Okay, in the government setup, what each and every person is encountering is the doctors who are getting trained. They are not trained, they are getting trained. They are PGs, they are postgraduates learning the things. They are the one who are following the orders of the seniors. If you have any queries, you think that this is not going in a right way, you don't take law in your hand. Okay, just ask the senior consultant or ask the consultant whom you are showing your patient. Okay, complain them. Or if you don't want to complain in the hospital setup, go and complain in the police station. But don't start beating or fighting with those kids. For me, they are
yeah.
kids only.
The recent news about violence against doctors, they were very depressing and very sad to see.
Yeah, it is there. So now the 17, if this will keep on going, no, the batch will reduce to 6 and 7 and 8. These are the
Yes.
future of our country. And if you have you ever seen any situation or any fight in the corporates? No, the people are not
No.
going to fight there. If they're asked to pay 1.5 lakh, they are going to pay 1.5 lakh or 2 lakh. Why? Because the owner is a very powerful businessman or a very powerful politician. That's a very wrong thing. Okay, whatever the query is, if you think doctor has done something wrong, please you can solve it in other ways also. And those you are encountering in the daily in the medical colleges level, they are kids. They are very junior to me. Okay, they are kids only. So अगर आप पेरेंट्स से रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगर आप अपने बच्चों को डॉक्टर बनाना चाहते हैं तो दूसरे बच्चे भी किसी के मतलब दूसरे डॉक्टर्स भी किसी के बच्चे ही हैं ना. अगर आपको डॉक्टर्स चाहिए तो अभी तो सिर्फ 10,000 पे 9 ही डॉक्टर्स हैं. बाद में जब 10,000 पे एक रह जाएगा फिर क्या करोगे? बाहर जाओगे? नहीं जाओगे ना. या फिर किसी दूसरी ब्रांच पे जो क्वैक्स है उन पे जाओगे. You will not go to quacks also ना. So this is the thing.
Yeah, this
Another
was
thing you
actually the
want.
main, very important piece of advice from you today. It's very important for people to understand the importance of doctors and not at all support violence against doctors.
No. And one more thing I have seen, the societal rate is increasing in the society among those who are preparing for the medical entrance especially. I've seen the quota, quota news is always there. Just someone has done suicide and this and that. Don't take so much stress. Don't never take so much stress. And especially the advice is for the parents. See, each and every child is born with some talent. सो ये तो पेरेंट्स की ड्यूटी है ना टू आइडेंटिफाई द टैलेंट. अगर किसी बच्चे को स्पोर्ट्स में इंटरेस्ट है, इफ एनीवन इज गुड इन स्पोर्ट्स, व्हाई यू वांट टू मेक हिम एन आईएएस? व्हाट्स द नीड? देयर इज नो नीड. ओके, अब बच्चे को खेलने नहीं देंगे पर सचिन तेंदुलकर जब शॉट मारता है वो जरूर देखते हैं, करेक्ट ना?
Yeah,
Correct na? Someone is
correct.
wants to do acting, we won't allow our kid to do the acting, but we want to see the superstar Shah Rukh Khan, what is it, Hrithik Roshan. I also like Hrithik Roshan, he's fit, no? So these things are there. So parents have to identify the skills कि आपके बच्चे में क्या quality है, identify that thing, ask your child, don't put pressure or don't just मेरा बेटा तो यही बनेगा, उसका बेटा ऐसे, डोंट कंपेयर दैट थिंग्स। और आप सोचते हो आपका बच्चा मोबाइल यूज नहीं करे, तो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू थ्रो योर मोबाइल, ओके, जस्ट स्टार्ट स्टडिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ देम, द किड्स विल डेफिनेटली कॉपी यू। इट्स नॉट लाइक कि हम तो लग रहे हैं मोबाइल में, हम तो देखेंगे, हमने तो पढ़ लिया, तुम्हारा पढ़ने के टाइम में पढ़ो। इट शुड नॉट बी लाइक दैट। बच्चे कॉपी करते हैं, और बिफोर टीचर्स इट्स द पेरेंट्स हु आर आवर फर्स्ट मेंटर्स, ऑलवेज ऑलवेज। ओके, तो
Yeah, of course.
जस्ट
Kids are really influenced by the environment that they get at their homes. So it's very important for parents.
you have heard that news, no? In Germany, the Sanskrit has been taught to the small kids.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Then why can't you people learn that Sanskrit? You know that what is there? Gayatri mantra. You know the reason for that Gayatri mantra? It will activate your some chakras. And what will do? That Gayatri mantra is for increasing your concentration power. You can just practice it and you'll see. Yeah, Samriddhi, 10 Gayatri, 10 times repetition of Gayatri mantra every day you do, and after 1 month you can contact me. Just a small
Okay.
thing, like that.
It was, I think we are again already running out of time, and it was
Yeah.
amazing to have you, Dr. Anjali. I did not expect this kind of conversation because we were assuming that okay, we are having a doctor today on our show, and doctors speak very less. So we were talking what are we going to talk? What if she answers just in one line, and then we'll be thinking, okay, but that was
No,
not like
actually, we are doctors, no? Everyone have their different personas in different fields.
yeah,
That is the thing you have to build up your character. Okay, if you are if you are seeing a patient, no jokes allowed. Okay, because you are seeing a patient and doing the surgery. When we do the surgery, no, so it's a very different thing. We even can't get a count of minutes how much hours we have gone. Our main every time our whole body, including mind, is totally into that. Okay, I'm doing surgery. My aim is this. I have to complete it, and the baby and the mother should be healthy. Okay, that is the thing. So it happens, and in front of
so
you, it's really nice to meet you people again.
yeah, actually, it was a very nice conversation with you, Dr. Anjali, from 2006 back, 16 years. After 16 years, you are connecting with our school, and it's great to see you. So, thank you so much for coming on our show, Anjali. And I'm sure our students
Thank you.
have learned. Yeah, they must have learned so much from today's show. I'm very sure.
Yeah, Samriddhi, you people can contact me anytime if you have any queries. Definitely, those who have not joined, dummy classes, or they will be given priorities. So if you want any help, you can contact me.
Absolutely. Ma'am, you can tell us about your clinic also, where we can visit.
Yeah, actually,
Parents can go there.
I left this place 2 years back now after getting married, and then I moved back into the city. My husband got selected in DM neurology. He's in Asmus. I haven't opted for any particular hospital. I opened my own clinic because I want to work in my own way. Because sometimes the poor patients are coming, so I'm not I'm not boasting myself, but I'm telling I'm not charging those people. If you have any labor work, or you can send to me. I'll not charge a penny from you. Okay. Definitely to the well built, established people, I'm charging. This is the thing. So I've opened up my own clinic. With me there are 5 other colleagues are there. Orthopedician, one is orthopedician, one is ENT surgeon, one is neurosurgeon, and one is general surgeon. And I'm an obstetric and gynecologist. So that is a near Amit Bharadwaj petrol pump. In Monday to Saturday, I'm seeing all the patients from 6 to 8 only. From 6 to 8 only, I'm seeing. If you people need
So,
any help, I'm always there to help you out.
okay.
Thank you.
I'm sure many people will come to you after watching this. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for a wonderful session, Dr. Anjali. And with this, we would like to take a leave, and we will be back soon with another episode, exciting episode of Careers Over Coffee. Till then, bye and see you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.